Hi everyone, welcome to Lost Connection Tarot. I am Benjamin Snavely, and this is a new series called What Message Do I Need to Hear Right Now? Now, this is episode 15, and this is dealing with relationships. And this episode is specifically, we fight too much, we no longer see eye to eye, help. Okay, so I see this as obviously lovers quarrel, but also I can see this with like teenagers and parents, and I'm sure there's other relationships that I'm not thinking of that could fall into this category of simply no longer agreeing, no longer seeing eye to eye, fighting too much, and wanting some type of resolution besides obviously running away. So we're going to do a 4-card spread. We're going to look at the issue. We're going to look at the challenge, the opportunity, and the most likely outcome. So I am using the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz. So let's go ahead and get started. Episode 15. We fight too much. We no longer see eye to eye. Help. All right. Let's do this. What is the issue? What is the challenge? What is the opportunity? And what is the result? This is for anyone, all signs of the zodiac, anyone that hears its message. This message pertains to you. What are the consequences to the person listening to this message if they and their person fight too much, don't see eye to eye anymore? What is the issue, the challenge, the opportunity, and the result? Okay, the issue, the challenge, the opportunity, and the result. Okay. So the issue is not having strength. Okay, and here, this is a major arcana card. This is basically the willpower to continue. Okay, and where do we draw the willpower from? Well, from knowing unconditional love and recognizing that we are more than just humans. And when we recognize that we're more than just humans, then we recognize that other humans are also more than whatever we see, whatever we feel from them. And when we recognize that we are more than the thoughts in our head, more than the emotions that we're currently feeling, more than our status symbol, the car we own, the house that we live in, whatever the diplomas that we have. When we know ourselves and love ourselves and recognize that there is beauty within us and we're here to experience the world the best way we know how, but sometimes we kind of get lost in being human and we forget how special we actually are, and then we treat others like matter, like something that it's so hard. It's something that's not more than, something that is not special to us, something that is forgotten and lost. It's a lost connection. It's what the name of the channel is. And, to have strength, and it's reversed, and that's the issue. To have strength, we have to constantly sit with ourselves and be reminded over and over that we are more than what we are doing in this world. Going to a job, wrangling kids, soccer practice and the karate and whatever, getting into fights, dancing to music, like all of these things are part of just life, right? And it's great, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful, right? And when we remember that this is who we are, then life becomes beautiful because we are humbled and we are thankful and we are gracious for all of the experiences that we have. It is when we forget. It is when we forget our strength and that we are more than human, right? When we forget our strength, when we forget who we are, that is when we lose strength. And that is when we treat ourselves negatively and we treat others negatively. So, we fight too much. We don't see eye to eye anymore. Help. Well, the issue is that you're too lost in earth, and you need to pull yourself back, and you need to count your blessings and remember that you're not gifted every single day, that there's no guarantee that you're going to see tomorrow, that what you have is great, and that striving for more is also good, but being content and enjoying the small little moments is wonderful. But you have to be able to recognize your true self. And sometimes that's hard when we just go about our daily life and we forget to have check-ins. So one of the things that we can do is we can have a daily 5-minute, 10-minute check-in, right? And that could be, morning, and it can be at night. It can be morning, noon, and night. And it's just 5 minutes of just remembering, hey, breathe. Hey, you're more than just your job. Hey, kids are stressing you out. You're more than your emotions right now. Like, you have the strength, you have the willpower because you love yourself, because you have given yourself all of this beauty, and you also love them, regardless of how they are acting and this and that. Just don't give up and try to remember your infinity, your divinity, where your power comes from, and it comes from within yourself. And that power, it comes from the source, and you can call source whatever you want. Okay, it doesn't matter. We all identify with source in some different way, but source is within us. And when we recognize source as, oh, this source is part of that source, then we have strength, and we can accept, and we can forgive, and we can be empathetic, and we can learn to work with and cooperate, and then we can start having strength through the daily pain, through the daily struggle, through the daily ups and downs, through the daily lows and highs and joys and whatnot, right? So the issue is you don't have strength currently because you forgot where your strength resides. You need to go back and check in on yourself and remember who you are. Now, your challenge is to not be overbearing. Your challenge is to not be so giving that you become and or this other entity becomes codependent and then uses you because you are too giving. That's what the Mother of Pentacles in reverse is, right? The Mother of Pentacles is someone that gives, but now they give with expectation. Now they give with wanting to know that because it makes them feel good. And you want to be careful with that. So you want to make sure that when you give, it is not because there's an expectation, not because they owe you something, but because it's out of love, and it's because you want to see them happy, or to smile, or to look good in new clothes, or to have fun playing a game, or to be excited with whatever other gift you decide to give them. So pentacles, right, represent things tangible on the world. So your body, your health, the clothes that you wear, the cars that you drive, the house that you live in, your finances. your house, I already said that, your career, your 401k. And the mother would be receptive, more yin like, and kind of listens to the earth and nurtures the earth and is one with the earth, while a male or the yang would be more driven to proceed and take and to earn, while the mother is more intuitive and more one with the processes of how to bring finances and love and life and opulence and abundance into their life. So the challenge with the Mother of Pentacles would be to make sure that you're not overly giving to where you baby whoever this person is, where they become dependent upon you, where they become a leech on you, and now they have expectations and they have demands, and they're simply using you and abusing you because you want to give, right? And they have been conditioned to take. And so that is the challenge that I see. The Mother of Pentacles in reverse is you want to make sure that you are not being overworked and you're not finding balanced and you're getting little return. Okay? You want to make sure that there's return. So you need to speak up and you need to express what you do, and you maybe need to express your own expectations of what you expect. And you want to make sure that when you give, it can feel like a safe space. It can feel natural, and it can feel like it's not a tit for tat. Like it's not a, I did this for you, now you do this for me. It should just be loving and unconditional, because you want to give, because that's who you are. And so, yes, the challenge with the Mother of Pentacles being in reverse is making sure that what you give is what other people want, and if you are giving, to make sure that they are not taking too much and you're not getting any return. Therefore, you're constantly working and or providing, but you're not seeing much of the benefits, and that's just the joy of seeing the experience, because maybe they become conceited, maybe they become resentful, maybe they are mad because you're so giving, or that you help in such a way that they feel like they became codependent or whatever. So you just need to watch the relationship you have with providing and giving, and the security and the structure that you give based on what you bring in. You just want to make sure that you are not being taken advantage of, right? Or vice versa. Obviously, hopefully you're not the one taking advantage of others and expecting from them. But if you are, now's the time to recognize what you're doing to other people, and you need to find balance to make sure that your relationship is not expectation from, I received this, now what next? Okay? So the opportunity is to... Interesting. Okay, so we fight too much. We don't see eye to eye anymore. Help. The opportunity, the Daughter of Wands. Okay, so wands represent passion. They represent our spirit in physical essence, and it's what drives us, okay? So what it seems like is you guys need to rediscover your own hobbies, your own passions, and then also maybe the passion for each other. But that's like, okay, as the Daughter of Wands, this is a childlike or novice or apprentice, and they are the apprentice of fire, the novice of fire. So you can think of a young child who is learning the ropes of what it means to control and understand their spirit, their intuition, their willpower, their drive, the thing that moves you, right? And so as the daughter of wands, your opportunity, sorry, my dog was running back and forth. Your opportunity is to reconnect and or to each find your own passion by being curious again and not looking for results, but looking more for what lights your fire, what brings awe in your life, what fills you with energy and illumination and clarity of sight. And that could be rediscovering lost passions that you guys used to do together, like old hobbies, or it's the idea of doing your own thing and simply rediscovering that on your own. But the opportunity is to be like a child again in recognizing your willpower and your wants. Okay? And since we're talking about any type of relationship and the idea of people fighting, the idea of you not being eye to eye and then, money being an issue of give and take, it seems like people need to go back into rediscovering who they are and what they love to do, or what lights their fire now, what brings intensity into their life, what brings passion and desire, and like you're just called to move from the inside. It's not like, oh, I think this is a good idea, or no, love is moving me. No, it's like I have a burning desire to, skydive, or to do tarot reading, or to be a baker, or to buy a motorcycle and do cross-country road trips. Like whatever your passion is, whatever that calling is. I want to go be a teacher. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to have a family. It's the idea of anything is possible because you're a kid and you haven't mastered it yet, and you're still learning how to work with your energy, your passion, your drive, your will. And again, you can try multiple things because this is finding balance. So daughters or pages would also be representative of pentacles or the earth. So you can think of fire and earth. So you can think of not only is this passion, but it's grounded in reality. It's grounded in practicality. Maybe you want to learn another language. Maybe it's because you want to travel abroad. Okay? So whatever it is that you want to do, it would help your issues with whatever your relationship is with this person who's fighting, because then you're living your life again, you're living your passions again, you're living for yourself again, and you break away from this codependence give and take and expectation. And then when you recognize, oh man, look at I'm living my passions and I'm living my truth, then maybe you would start having strength in yourself again, because you start recognizing the power that you actually wield. And then finally, the most likely outcome is the Tower reversed. And that means the foundation that you have already built does not need to be destroyed and crumpled, and you need to start over and rebuild from the wreckage. Okay? When the Tower hits, it means it no longer works for you, and there's no reason to go back into the past. And even though you think, oh, it could have worked, and oh, what could have been, and whatever, the universe destroys it for you, because it doesn't want you to go back, because in your heart of hearts, you didn't want to go back in the first place. right? But at the moment, it feels like, oh, my world is crumbling. I lost my job. I lost my family. I lost my purpose. I lost my religion. I lost all of these things, right? And the tower is heavy. But concerning this issue and this relationship, whether it be, family and kid, or mentor and friend, or confidant, or best friends, or lovers and quarrel, whatever the issue is, you don't have to break it up and start over. Okay, so what all of this is saying is, if you can find strength within yourself and recognize and pull back from being human for a second, and recognizing you're more than this, and step away from your emotions, step away from your logic, and recognize that your human body was hurt mentally, physically, emotionally, things like that, but we're more than that. Okay, and so find that strength, and then fix this issue, because this is your challenge. Fix this issue between give and take, between recognizing and being ungrateful, and just taking and not being thankful. Remember to be cohesive with each other, and to be grounded, and to share, and to not be codependent. And then, like a kid, figure out what your passions are today. Figure out what lights your fire. Figure out how to live for yourself again. Figure out the will and the energy within yourself, and where it wants to take you. Okay? That way you can be yourself while still be in a relationship. Because at the end, you don't have to destroy. The universe does not have to destroy this. This is the most likely result. You can avoid catastrophe. You can avoid disaster. You can avoid having to start your whole life over wherever you are currently, and picking up the pieces. You don't have to do that. As long as you fix the codependency and the ungratefulness, and being and the give and take not being in balance. Okay, and then that leads to emotional distress. And then finally, recognizing that you are more than your thoughts and feelings, recognizing that you are divine, and that you come from something greater than human. And if you recognize and sit with your own essence, not only will it take you to new things that you want to do and that light your life, but you'll recognize your own divinity, and then you will always be able to pull from that strength. So that is the reading. That is the message you need to hear now for episode 15. We fight too much. We no longer see eye to eye. Help. What do we do? Okay. My name is Benjamin Snavely. This is Lost Connection Tarot. If you like what you heard, I do offer private readings. You can find my calendar on my YouTube homepage, on my Instagram feed, which is also Lost Connection Tarot, or on my Facebook page, which is also Lost Connection Tarot. You can find new content. You can find my book now, where my calendar is, where I offer, like I said, private readings, and you can pick the reading of your choice, and we can go from there. So I hope this resonated with you well. Send a message and let me know what you think, and I hope to hear from you again. See you guys soon. Bye.